Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our Friday end of the week market breakdown, where we're going to look at what has happened in the markets, what has been happening of late, what has been hot, what has been cold, what are we watching, what trades have we taken, what have we not, where have we maximized our opportunity, where have we missed opportunity. So I'll show you all that. For those who do not know me, my name is Khaled CK. People call me CK, and I'll be breaking down the markets for you. Today I have a very good. I'm alone today, so Ken and Taras are not in, so I'll do the analysis myself. But I have a lot I want to show you, a lot of technical analysis. So it's going to be quite hot. I think I'll have to take out my jacket because we are going to do some analysis. Give me a sec. So, what are we watching today? I've had a busy week this week, so I've been busy doing other things, but the markets have been doing well. I got to buy with some friend of mine some cryptocurrencies the other day when the markets fell. Well, you can't see market falling 50%, 40% and not get some money in, because if it goes back to the level it was, you get 100% return. So these things are here to be maximized. Don't leave opportunities to get out of your way. So when things happen, always be in the know what's happening behind it, and if you can, invest in it. So I got some investment in some crypto the other day, yesterday actually, because markets fell the day before yesterday. So what I normally do, give it time to rest, give it time to settle, understand what's happening in the markets. Once you do that, get some money in. So that's what we did, and we'll wait for that. So apart from that, let me get into the analysis. Let me show you. I have a lot I want to show you. Not really deep analysis, but basically just simple analysis. Most of the pairs I'm looking at are coming to sort of, they're forming an ending formation towards the end. So there's normally patterns that are forming that towards the end they form, then they get that breakdown, that market is happening. So I'll show you an example of that on Bitcoin, and then we'll go rest to the other currencies and see what happens. So allow me to share my screen. So what was I seeing on Bitcoin, and why am I still bullish on this pair? Okay, so if you allow me to share my screen. So you know me, you know my analysis, use a lot of Elliott wave analysis. So what was I watching on this one? So this is the Bitcoin daily chart. Okay, so if you first look at the 1 week chart, what you want to pay attention to, just one second, what happened? 1 week chart, what you want to look at is after this market bull run. Okay, sorry about that. After this market bull run, okay, so you remember this first when you topped at 20,000, so that was the previous all-time highs, okay, which was strongly broken, massively broken. Market has not retested back that level and has been shooting. So ever since we got this bottom around here, you see over here before we got this bullish run, I took that as my starting point of the second wave. Okay, so I'm normally looking at a lot of what I said, Elliott wave. So this was my first wave. Okay, so normally what happens on the first wave when market bottoms out, the first wave doesn't have many participants, because the first wave is normally okay, so sentiment is starting to change. The bull market is over, the bear market is over, market has stopped dropping. Now we can start getting some entries back in. So this market, not many people have that strong entry because people are still fearful. And then we have this last sell-off, okay? So this is the second wave. So market formed this second wave. And then from that, the third wave. Now what happens on the third wave is many people start saying, okay, we're in a bull market, we need to get some money in. So many people start jumping into it. And that's where you get this strong bullish run, okay? So you can see that strong bullish run getting to break the previous high all the way to the $65,000 mark, and then market has strongly corrected. So basically what I'm looking at is sort of a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I take my wave count, so wave count normally, why don't show it much over here? Is because it's really subjective, and if you're not really familiar with it, it can really confuse you. Take that as my 3 or 4 over here and expect one last fifth wave to go further up, maybe to the $100,000 mark. Okay, so that's so what normally happens. This second wave, fourth wave had a deep wave. So if I go down to the 4-hour chart, okay, I mean daily chart, sorry about that. I got the daily chart. I want to look at this pattern. So normally this is a pattern that forms towards the end of a wave, especially the third wave, okay? Third wave normally has this sort of pattern. This is called an ending diagonal triangle. Why I'm showing you this is because there's some patterns forming like this on the other currencies that I'm going to break down. So I'll get down to that, but this is a pattern that normally forms towards the end, either a bottom of a bear market to the top of a bull market. So this was a bull market, sort of got this A, B, C, D, E correction, okay? And then we had this massive sell-off, fast sell-off, a correction, some consolidation over here, then a massive second sell-off all the way back to the $30,000 mark. So market lost 50% of its value, okay? That's why my Fibonacci 50 is over here, and I'm looking at 61.8. So ever since we got this first breakout, we retested the $30,000 mark, unable to break it. And then markets the other day on Wednesday, they fell all the way to that level, getting some massive buys, and that's why we got some rejection over here. So what I'm paying attention to at this level, you want to be buying around this level. So I'm still bullish on the Bitcoin, still bullish market. When people are fearful is when you need to be greedy, and when people are greedy is when you need to be fearful. When we're at 60,000, a lot of people are greedy. People just want to buy in. People want to buy Doge, Ethereum, all those things, and market had to get some correction so that it can phase out and remove this dumb money, take that liquidity, pull it into their pockets, and then now we get this actual bull run. So when you get such corrections is when you want to be buying. When you're getting this bull, you just get your money already in and watch for that run. So this correction at ABC, I'm waiting for some buys over here. If we're still able to maintain within this level, so I'm looking at this ranging level, my support at 30,000 and resistance at 40,000 over here. So if market is able to break back above this level, then we can start seeing that bullish momentum coming back in. But also we can stay within this region just as we did before here. So just a duplicate with my, so the same thing that happened here can come and happen over here. Market can still consolidate here for some time, get some liquidity in, people get the buy positions in before we get that massive rally. Okay, so I don't see personally market breaking the $30,000 mark. If it does, I'll re-strategize my analysis and look at what is happening. But for now, I think that's a support, very strong support. Expect some bullish run. So that's what I have on Bitcoin. So people who are watching Bitcoin, don't panic out. If you have some money in, don't panic out. I still see a lot of bullish momentum. I have Bitcoins myself. I'm still watching for some momentum to come back in to finish the fifth wave as I've showed you. So you can duplicate all that on the others. If you do Ethereum, we had that massive sellout. We really had a big sellout on this one. Market topped at 4,400, fell all the way back to levels below 2,000, and now we are seeing some momentum coming back in. So that's what I have on this one. Let me just go now to the other currencies. I think the first thing I want to start with, let me show you my oil. So I think many people have been watching oil. I've been having some bearish bias, and I've been doing this analysis for the past few weeks. I think Ken has been showing more of some bullish bias, but personally I've been quite bearish. And why is that so? So remember a few weeks, so I'm normally trading Elliott. So Elliott is what guides me. Remember, we all have different strategies to combat the markets. This is how I approach the markets. So ever since we bottomed out here, we had this, so same thing like I've shown you on Bitcoin. So we moved in wave-like structure. So market is not really random as many people may think it is. There's a certain pattern that forms. And why is it not random? Basically because of human nature. Human nature is repetitive. We always do the same thing over and over again. And when people do that in a massive, in a collection, sort of scenario, it's easy to predict what they're going to do next. So that's why patterns form. So patterns is just a basis of psychology. It's built up from psychology. So we had this first wave, sort of a correction, sideways correction. We didn't get that really strong pullback, so we just corrected to the 38.2, taking this as my bottom. And then we had this third wave. So third wave always, most of the time, is the strongest wave. That's why on Bitcoin you've seen that rally from $4,000, around $4,000 all the way to $60,000. So that's the third wave, very, very strong. So on this one, we had a rally also from the $35 mark. So this is Brent, okay? So I'm showing you Brent first. This is not crude oil. This is Brent, UK oil. Then I'll show you on US oil, because the pattern on this one is a bit much more clearer. Remember, a few weeks ago I told you I normally look at the two so that I can get a better and clear analysis. One pair can be showing you something that's not clear, but when you come to this one, because ultimately they're moving in the same direction, you want to see what this one is showing you. So we had this third wave from $35 mark, 36, all the way to the $70,000 mark. $70 mark. So market moved 100% from this from the second wave to the third wave. So something you need to pay attention to. You see this resistance level, market has not been above it since 2019. Okay, so it's a very strong resistance level. The last time we were above it, market just went a little bit above it and fell strongly below. Okay, so the last time significantly we were above it, you can look, it was around this previous region, and that was in 2018. 2019 we tried to break up a bit, but markets massively fell. Ever since, we've been having very, very strong resistance. So you can see this first touch over here, second touch. During this rally, we got this third touch, and now we got this fourth touch over here. So normally after my wave formation, so like third wave, like what I've shown you on Bitcoin, looking at that ABC, that's the same thing I'm expecting on this one. So I'm looking for this ABC correction to come to this trend line. Okay, so if I zoom out, where does the trend line start? Down here. Okay, so this first touch, second touch, third touch. I'm very, very patient to wait for market to come back to this region. And if you take this region, it was previously a very strong resistance level. So you can see this patterns, this pattern over here. Okay, so this pattern over here showed that there's some significant level at this level, and if I extrapolate it to this further end, it's showing that we can come and get some support at this level in line with the resistance, the trend line, I mean. So that's what I'm watching. And the other thing that I always keep saying over and over again, when we're approaching a certain level, what pattern are we forming? So over here, we're approaching a resistance level. There was no strong momentum to give us that strength for market to break above this level. So if you want to look at this level, what pattern was forming, if I go to my 4-hour chart, basically you can see that there was sort of a flag-like formation. Okay, so you can see that first touch over here, market strongly fell and then came within this pattern. So you can see that A, B, C, D, E formation, and then that massive sell. The last time I did this analysis, I was looking at it with my students here in class, and you can see that strong bearish momentum coming. So it's normally hard to get that top, okay, catching that trend, because if you tried selling here, it wasn't a bad sell, it was still a good sell, but market came back and retested again, testing how patient you are, testing how you can follow your analysis. Market tested yet again and fell down, and then came one third time, tested it again, sort of tried breaking out, and then strongly fell back down, and then finally breaking below this trend line over here. So currently my first target for this one, looking at the Brent oil, is this target over here, so around the $60 mark for the Brent oil. So this is not crude oil, for Brent oil this is my first mark, and if we're able to push down a bit, I'll be looking for this trend line to come to be touched, what I've shown you on the daily chart. And if you look at the 1 week chart, a lot of things are very bearish. Looking at this weekly close, look at how that market is closing this week. Very, very bearish. Okay, so you want to be very bearish on this one until market comes down to this correction. So I think that's a pretty solid analysis. If I go to the US oil, so now this is the US oil, which most of you trade, or the people who trade oil, most of you trade this. So same pattern is forming. It's just that on the UK oil, it was much, much more clearer. So you can see this resistance level, market in line with this trend line. So if I just zoom it out, see where this trend line is starting. So you can see this touch over here. So that first touch, second touch, you can see some resistance coming over here. Ultimately, I expect it to be broken, but of course, along the way, I'm watching for some correction. So you can see that weekly close engulfing the past 3 weeks or 4 weeks of data of market participation. Such a close looks like this close. If you look at this close, look at all this, it's engulfed all this. That's the same thing that's happening over here. It's engulfing all this. So I'll wait to see today's close and see how market is going to go. But go down to the 1 day chart, okay? So looking at the 1 day chart, same thing that I'm watching, just like on crude oil, on Brent oil, a pattern forming, channel-like formation. I've taken my upper boundary to give me this lower channel, okay? So if you look, most people might ask me, the downward trend line, if you pay keen attention, doesn't have any bounds. How was I able to draw that? I used this as my, I used the upper boundary to give me that direction, okay? So the same thing you can just do with using the trend line downside and taking it to the upside. But this is a bit advanced. There are reasons why I've done that, because looking at Brent oil, it's giving me such a pattern. So this pattern can also follow suit, but at level I'll be watching, if I take this and use this level as my second bounce and extrapolate it, then I'll be keenly watching to see how market will respect this level. But actually, ultimately, expect a lot of people to be watching this and not to be expecting this lower side. So I'd rather go for the lower one, which is much less obvious to people, and what is less obvious often happens. Okay, so that's what I'm watching on this one. 4-hour chart, same thing happened. Channel like formation, flag like formation, impulse to the downside. That ABCDE formation, look at that crazy fall, a good drop on that one. Okay, so that's what I have on that one on my US on the oil. And let's go to currencies. Let's look at a couple of currencies. I think they're quite interesting. Let me start with just a couple random ones, okay? That most of you people trade that. I don't really trade them. I only trade 2 currencies, but of course I'll use different other pairs to do a lot of back testing and look at how market is performing. So the sentiment on this one, what has it been? The sentiment has been bullish uptrend, okay? So something that I normally say, what is a trend? A trend basically is led by fundamentals. What is happening fundamentally will be reflected on the charts, and you'll see it happening in this direction. So basically over here, there've been low interest rates, so the dollar has really been dropping. You've been seeing a lot of fiscal stimulus, a lot of pumping of dollars into the currency in the past 1 year. So such has been devaluing the US dollar. So you can see the euro has been gaining against the dollar, okay? And those fiscal stimulus are still there. It's actually very crazy. They're pumping a lot of money. So I still expect this one to continue rising, okay? And the dollar index to continue dropping ultimately in the long run. So basically the trend is your friend. You can see if you've been trying to make money, buying, you've been making a lot. Corrections are quite hard to trade, okay? So this is Euro USD. If I look at the 4-hour chart, we're within a channel like formation, okay? A point I've written over here, do not be fooled by strong momentum in the opposite directions, okay? So if you know the direction of the trend is to the upside, look at this strong bearish close. See this strong bearish close? Look at this strong bearish close. They were followed by 0 momentum to the downside. Look at this follow-up, just a strong momentum in market rally. Look what happened after this massive sell-off. Market did not continue going downwards, it went upwards. And why does this happen? It's also due to human psychology. Whenever market is in a bull market, it doesn't really go really strongly, okay? When I'm bull market, you can start thinking, okay, I think this market is overbought, I think there's a correction coming. But deep down within it, if you look at human nature, when we're progressing in the positive side, it's slow and gradual. So you never expect very strong bullish momentum to the upside. But when things are pessimistic, when there's a lot of pessimistic opinions in the market, it's easy to get these strong sell-offs. That's what we've been seeing with Bitcoin and all the rest. So it's just due to human nature, but the trend is your friend, and a lot of in the opposite direction, those factors are often ignored. And you can see this momentum come back in and expect some resistance where it is, okay? So if you trade Euro USD, this was a previous resistance before it strongly dropped. We can be seeing the same thing over here. If not, if you get a strong break, always talk about strong breaks of such levels. You want to see a strong close and market rallying, but also if you get some resistance over here, expect some correction to come back in, okay? So that's what I have on Euro USD, just a brief analysis. If I go to NZD USD, if you go actually to the weekly chart, it showed some very bearish signals. So this week you wouldn't want to be quite strongly bullish. I don't know who's drawing on my screen. I don't know, Bonnie, someone called Bonnie. If you're drawing on the screens, give me a sec, guys. Let me have to stop the share and then reshare again. So Bonnie, I don't know who Bonnie is. Please stop drawing on screen. Sometimes it happens by mistakes. I know it's normally not on purpose. Maybe the phone might be in your pocket or something. It can easily draw by its own. So what you want to watch on NZD USD weekly chart, you can see we had this bullish run as well, very good bullish run, forming sort of also a complete wave. You can see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sort of wave-like formation, and after that, of course, you expect some correction to come back in. So what happened on this one? We had a massive sellout at first in the past. This was around February. I remember we were looking at this. I actually had a short position during this short over here. I didn't get all of it, but some of it. And then we got that breakout, and then you can see this breakout retest and expect if the market is to maintain still around here, I expect some correction to come back in. A level, of course, I'm watching, if you know how I analyze, is this level over here, okay? So you always want to look at the level where market is unable to break. You can get some wicks going above it, but that close is normally not so strong. So look at that, quite simple, quite clear. So you can see that first touch, second touch, third touch, but no significant close above it. So that's just basically a breakout retest. So I can expect some momentum to come back in for this market to continue correcting to the downside, unless we get that break and close. So that's when I'll change my sentiment. If we get a break and close above this level, expect this level to be retested. If not, if we remain below this one, expect some correction back to this support level that I have highlighted. If you go to the 1 day chart, the pattern that you're watching over here, you can see this is the level that market is unable to break. So what did we have over here? Let me just zoom out so that you can see this sort of pattern. So we had this first touch over here, second touch, we had this top touch, and then market had this impulse and then a correction over here to the 61.8, which market has sort of been unable to break, okay? And then now we can expect some movement to the downside. Market has been forming what we call head and shoulder formation. So people normally look at that. There's a head and shoulder formation over here. So if I take this as my H, take that as H. I don't trade head and shoulders much, but I look at them, of course. This can be your left, and this can be your right, okay? So if you look at that, simply a head and shoulder. We had this sort of pattern on the left shoulder. Market sort of had this breakout, so let me just highlight it. Sort of a breakout over here, okay? So that sort of breakout, market came back in, forming this neck. So if you know formation of head and shoulders, sort of got that neck, you can see, and then we got this rally yet again, and then some strong resistance, forming this ABC, some resistance, and market dropping. So that was a good, I think, formation of a head and shoulder. It's not easily spotted, but if you pay keen attention, you'll be seeing them. So if this is maintained, if you look at that weekly chart, if you see that weekly chart, what it's showing us, if the bearish momentum is maintained, then expect this market to drop quite a bit, okay? So left head, sorry about that. So left head and the right shoulder, expect it to drop quite a bit, okay? Back to the daily chart, watch this level. If you can come back to this trend line, so back to this level over here. What level is this? This is about the 0.7100 level. So that's about 78 pips from where we are. So watch that. That's what I have on that one. Won't pay so much time on that one. Aussie dollar, very good analysis. I think the head and shoulder forming on this one was much better than the NZD USD. Remember, these two are antipodian pairs. They basically move in the same direction often, if not all the time. You can see that pattern forming, same thing. Now what are we getting? Okay, remember, I've been telling you guys I'm bullish on this one, but what market information is giving me is quite different from my bullish sentiment. So what I'm watching, why am I saying we are quite bearish? So you see this resistance, I covered it I think on Monday or last week. Once you got that strong breakout and a quick follow back in and a retest of that level, market is basically showing the strong bullish traders are not in just yet, and we can have some correction to this level. So I expect if this market is to get a bearish correction, unless we close above this level. So if you close above this level again, remember, a trader is always ready to correct the analysis. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. Be able to adapt to the market. If you close above, I'll be looking for strong buys. If we continue below, we get a break below this support that I've highlighted in red. You can see it's a strong support. A break below that in the trend line, expect market to come to this highlighted previous support level. So within this whole sort of like ranging market, okay? So you want to see market come back to that level. If I go down the 4-hour chart, now you can see we had a very good head and shoulder on this one. So you can see here, so this is sort of my left shoulder. We had a very big left shoulder. Market broke to the upside, right head formation, come back to the neck, got this pattern yet again, 61.8 caps the market. We can expect some correction over here. If we continue, you can see this trend line I have marked, this first touch, you can see this second touch, third touch. If you continue respecting that, then you can see some bullish momentum coming back in. If not, if you break this level and break this highlighted support level, expect a massive sellout on this one back to those levels that I was showing you. If I go back to the daily chart, expect this trend line to be broken quite a bit, okay, and back to this support level. So that's what I have on this one. Now just brief analysis on the rest of the pairs. Those people who trade NZD, JPY, I think the patterns have been forming are quite clear. That's what I was telling you. Market is sort of forming some patterns that are quite bearish. So this one also has been having a massive trend line, bullish momentum to the upside. You can see that's first wave, a correction sideways, a third wave, and I expect a correction back to this, forming the fourth wave before we ultimately get that fifth and last wave to the upside and we get a massive correction. So if I zoom into this, I expect market to correct back to this support level ultimately, okay? Get some buys over here. It was a previous resistance level. You can see it was strongly broken. Market has retested it and market has been coming back. Remember what I keep saying, watch how market approaches a certain level. I think that's a principle I carry while trading, and the pattern that you're seeing over here basically indicates there's no momentum to break that barrier, okay? And if you go back, so you can see we got that first touch, second touch, and third touch, sort of forming a triple top formation. And if I go to the 4-hour chart, you're seeing same thing that I keep talking about, just like what happened on oil. An ABC pattern, ABCDE, okay, within this flag formation, first touch, second touch. There was a lot of trapping over here. We're analyzing this on the Discord some time back, and I think that was a very good bearish indication and a good trade to take. And something you should note also on this one, such a trend line can't be respected forever, okay? So you can see over here we had the first touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch, fifth touch, sixth touch. Of course, when you have such, you expect this level to be broken quite easily, okay? Market can be respecting and showing such strong formation for a very long time, okay? Ultimately, we had to break it, and that's what we got. So also this one, expect market to drop back, as I said, to this previous level, which was the previous high, okay? So if you go back here, it was the previous high, got broken, and now it was the base of this flag formation, which is normally a very good target. That's what I have on NZD, JPY. Let me just skim through the others. GBP USD, people who trade this one, something you should watch. I think there's a pattern forming over here that can form some correction, okay? So remember we had this triangular like formation at first within this ranging region. Triangular formation got that strong breakout, and then market has sort of formed into this, okay? So we broke this previous strong support, strong resistance, got a breakout retest, but market is not getting that strong follow through. We're sort of getting a bullish momentum drop, bullish momentum drop, bullish. We might get some momentum to this level, and then you might see market dropping back to this level, okay? If that happens, if it doesn't happen, so, but watch for that. You might get some correction coming in from here to here. And if you look at the daily chart, I think this is a resistance zone, okay, that you should pay attention to, unless we close above it. If you close, change your sentiment quite fast, adapt to the market's flow with it, you might get that bullish momentum. But if not, watch that pattern that's forming. Some correction might be coming in on that one back to this level. GBP, JPY, I think same thing also, just like what is happening on the GU. Some correction I expect to come in. So if I zoom this, so just note that this one I'm going quite fast. So what I want to watch on this one, if you go to the 1 week chart, watch this level that we got the massive sell-off before, okay? That's the 155.5 level. So watch how market is approaching that level. Look at all this bullish momentum. We've not had any significant correction ever since. So expect some resistance to come in at that level. If I look at the daily chart, you can see the pattern that's forming is very, very much in line with that indication. So look at that. First touch here, almost a second touch. Got this third touch over here, and expect some correction around this level. So it's normally hard to catch the top. As I keep saying, this was a good sell over here, this was a good sell, but this one up here is a phenomenal better sell, okay? A very good sell, especially if we touch that top, okay? And the 4-hour chart, basically the pattern you're watching is that sort of within an expanding triangle over here, expanding triangle to the right side. So you can see that first touch, second touch, we're sort of entering this ending diagonal formation. Just basically what I'm showing you on most of the pairs. A lot of pairs are showing that ending diagonal formation, which on that you can expect some correction coming. So expect this one maybe a first touch here, second touch over here. We can come and touch it, push to the upside just one more time, and then get a massive GJ is a very strong pair. You can get a massive sell-off on that one. So if you have bull trades on that one, watch out for such a trade. USD CAD, expecting some bullish momentum. I'll show you on the daily chart time frame. So On this one, daily time frame, look at this pattern. Quite smooth, quite simple, quite sexy to me. Looks quite nice. So you can see that first touch here, second touch, third touch. Expect this correction coming, especially if you get that oil correction that I'm talking about, that oil falling back down. Expect some correction coming on this one back to the upside. If I go to the 4-hour chart, what I'm watching is this ending diagonal triangle down here. So a lot of markets are forming this pattern. So maybe next week we might get a lot of corrections coming into the market. So mark my words, that's what I'll be paying attention to next week. Maybe if we drop to this level, then we can form that A, B, C, D, E, or else if we get a breakout above here, another good indication. But if you get this drop to this, a very good buy on that one. Sort of this is the same thing that happened to UJ. So UJ a few weeks ago, daily chart, look at this pattern that formed. It was quite nice to be journaled and to learn from it. So same thing that happened here is the same thing that is happening to dollar. Look at this pattern that's forming. Market sort of came slowly within this ending diagonal triangle, and then boom, we had a bullish cycle to the upside. So I think I'll end it there. Man, I've done a lot of analysis. My head is tired, but I'm sure it's helped you guys. That's the main thing. As long as I teach you guys, learn from me, I'm also learning from myself. That's what matters. That's why I had to take my jacket off when I was starting. It was going to be a hot analysis, and I hope it was. So I see time is running up. I have a lot to do today. I see no questions in the chat room. I think because I've done an intensive analysis. So I see Felix saying, wow, that's a lot, bro. Thanks. You're totally welcome, my guy. And yes, DXY Collins is asking, DXY, look, time is almost running up, so I won't really get deep into it. But what I'm watching is some correction also happening. Okay, so if I just share my screen, I see I have 2 minutes. So if it goes down, just know I tried my best. So DXY, I covered this last week on Friday. No, I think it was on Monday. So expect some correction. I am expecting. Remember, it's just my opinion. So I'm looking at this previous support. So we haven't broken this level since January. So I think some support might come here where we currently are. Sort of what I was just telling you, a lot of wedge-like patterns forming. So expect some correction, maybe back to this level before we continue down. I'm ultimately still very bearish, but some correction can come in before we drop. Someone was asking about gold, so that's what I have on that one. Gold, how much time I have? 1 minute 30. Also, this one, I have a very good pattern actually I'm watching. I expect some correction to come in. This is the 4-hour chart, okay? So I'm sure some people have been trying to sell or taking profits, but market has really been breaking. If you look at the daily chart, we're very bullish, okay? So you can see we broke above this level, this trend, this channel, like this flag. But some correction, I'll be watching for that, but also that can be nullified because the trend is quite strong on this one. But what I expect is some correction, at least from this level where we are. If I look at the 1-hour chart, that's the 4-hour chart. If I look at the 1 hour, I'm watching sort of this pattern. Maybe if you can retest last week's high over here, get some bullish momentum again within this, form that wedge-like formation, I'll be watching for that. But that's what I'm watching on gold. I'll do a better analysis next week on Monday. My time up is up here, and I don't want to leave you guys hanging. So cool, guys. That's it from me. I've done more than 10 analysis, and I'll see you guys on Monday. So peace.